I'm studying business. I've worked in business in varying capacities for the last 12 years, and I have this semester and one more, and then I will be finishing my business degree. Finally, I have my associates already, but honestly, this is just for in the future, just to have any credentials, because unfortunately in the business world, they care about stuff like that. So this is an online degree. My class right now that I'm doing is staffing organizations. Yay. Prerequisites. Hi, Dre. My day's been good. I've been just getting stuff done. Another big load of laundry. I somehow managed to put off doing laundry for 3, sometimes even 4 weeks because I have enough stuff of the various things I need to not need to wash as often. ADHD hack. But then when I do, it's like kind of an all-day procedure, so I just threw them in the wash. I have like stuff prepped for like doing dinner later, but right now I'm finishing up I'm trying to get some homework assignments done because I'm terrible about doing shit, and I'm using you guys to hold me accountable. So if you want to duck out now and come back later, that's when the Reilly show will happen, but right now Reilly needs to study. I'll change the board when it happens. good. I'm studying. Why would you ask me to co-host? No co-pilot, I don't want you. I'm aware it's not ink. The ink has been ordered, and it's being delivered. Alright, I got the homework done that needed to get done, and I have no desire anymore. So we're gonna see if we can do things. Let's see. This one. Alright, now I get to make dinner. Which is where I don't have to use my brain as much, so I get to talk. Which is something you guys seem to appreciate, which is nice, because a lot of people don't. Okay, come on, let's not drop things, let's not break things. We are doing this, come on, people. I'm very tired, though. I did not want to do that at all. Ooh, that's smoking up in the oven, I can smell that. Cast iron skillet. I like to put it in the oven to get a nice sear on my steaks. Ow. She says as our eyes start watering up. Anyone making anything good for dinner? Someone there. Oh, we gotta cook this. I might as well since I own the goddamn thing. Hey, it matches. That's so cute. I'm so happy it matches.
Oh shoot, I need to set a timer. The thing's gonna be loud, just FYI guys. It gets your attention though. Like nobody's business. I know I'm not that stuff, but sometimes you see yourself in these things and you see angles of yourself and you're like, I feel that. But the United States media has given us all complexes. At least it's given me one. I'm gonna need to figure out a different music because that's not a vibe I want right now. I could go back to that. I was listening to this one, and this is the vibe. I am really into Joey Pepperella right now. How you guys doing tonight? Is there anyone there? I'm about my luncheon. I can never tell. I can only see the one person right now. What was your name, good sir? Mara. Well, that's what it says. Hello, Mara. The onion I need for later. Need the caramelized onions in the preparation for this makeshift beef egg that I plan to make. But since it takes so many steps, I'm breaking it up. Because it's not hard, it's just time consuming. At least in my opinion, it's not hard. And again, I don't know, a lot of people are cooking hard, which I don't trust. It's just following up. Wait, it is. Anyone cooking anything tonight? I need to figure out a less pretentious way to say what I have on the screen because it does sound obnoxious. It's like, pick me, which is not the point. I do genuinely like getting to know you guys. Oh, shit. Hang on. That's not too terrible for you guys, all the noise. I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum of the steak needs 2 more minutes and it's smoking up something fierce in here right now. What's sad is this, when I cook this, I'm going to make a caramelized onion here, and when I cook it, it's gonna like shrink down to nothing. I have a whole other onion I still have cut up, but I only have 1 onion, and I ran out of onions, so I drove grocery shopping and I bought onions. Forgot other things though. This is what you do each week. Fun. Okay. Oh god, that smells terrible. that timing. That goes where is that? Right there. Come on, take it out, take it out. Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Like, you can always see the light. That's here. It's so pretty. And now I put it in the lid and I let it sit for like, I like to let it sit for like 15 to 20 minutes and let those juices all get all nice and swirly back inside. Because I like the best bang for your buck with the least amount of effort. Okay. This thing is smoky AF. So I'm gonna put this aside. I prepped the caramelized onion jam, but I might have to wait till later to cook that. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go check on my laundry. So yeah. Told you guys to make noises. Oh god, my glass is steamed up. Oh man, I had tissue in my pockets. That sucks. Well, c'est la vie, right? Bigger fish to fry. Good news is the dry stuff in the water is sufficiently wet. I'm still gonna have a new this, but I have to process this. I've got a lot of stuff in mesh bags to protect my clothes, but it tells me a little bit more work on the front end. Go through it, take them out, so that we can dry appropriately and use it across the head, so that I can air dry. Yada yada yada. Like I said, I only do laundry once a month, once every 3 to 4 weeks. It's a lot when I do it. But now I get to go through these bags and decide, does it need to now go out or does it now stay in? We'll watch it. But such is the beauty of it. So I'm just, oh, that's a lot of blood, that's a lot of tissue. Just my entire tissue is loaded. Well, to be fair, it's loaded in the washer, and it just got collected in the dryer, which is nice. But yeah, these are like my lifeblood. My phone. Oh no, please tell me I'm not broken. I really don't want to. To be fair, these are stupid old at this point. I've been using them forever. Buy once and replace never! As long as you can keep track of them. And that's where I have buckets. Buckets and buckets. Buckets and so these are all like items that I keep in there for in the washer, but now these are never going to dry inside the mesh bags because it's just so much fabric. And I don't want them getting destroyed in the washer, so I put them in. And then some items like these are in a small thing, and I'm going to put them in a big one. Hey, who knows? I don't know if any of you have like a thing where like you're like, I need to be taught domestic shit. I like doing that shit. I'm mostly self-taught, but like any day of the week, I'm happy to like, you know, talk about it. If you have any questions, like I said, you should check the chat and actually see if people have posted questions. I don't see anything. I wish it just left the. I feel like it would be better if just the comments were there, but like, I see everything else. I noticed earlier, like I started looking at like one of my things on the like, highlight reels or whatever, and I was like, what is Like I saw I missed some comments. Sorry, it's the end of the day. I'm a much more tired, calmer person at the end of the day than I am in the morning. I'm a very energetic morning person, and that tapers off. Also, sometimes you see me before drugs, and somehow before drugs, I'm more hyper. Believe it or not. That's how you know I have ADHD. I take the thing that gives you energy and it calms me down. So yeah. This is a little smoky over there. It's just a little watery. It's what it is, what it is, what it is. Some stuff. No, I'm not really about that co-hosting life. Appreciate the offers though, but that's annoying. Well, I should probably let this one air dry anyway. Sweater. Shocker. glasses back on because the house was smoky. Okay. I guess I need to figure out a better way to say that. Okay, the question is, do I do the caramelized onion jam now or later? I don't know. Alright. What are you guys doing? I know, I'm way more entertaining. I'm a way better morning host. I get it. Alright, let's just do that caramelized onion jam so we can get that show on the road. That'll be pretty easy. That won't take up too much of my time. That's what I'm working on. I'm still new to all this, so. And I cook on the back burner because that's the better burner for cooking. At least it would be if I would turn on the actual, yes, cat? Yes? That's quite the tube you're offering there. You know, you could be a bit nicer. That was a bit of a tube there. There you go. Or is it not the right laser one? Yes, there are two. I think you can see in the picture when I held up 2 fingers. So, anyway. I feel you guys care less about the cooking unless I'm wrong. I need input, people. Nobody gives me input. Hello, peoples. What's everybody up to? I brought a chair because I figured out that part of the reason I've been so tired after my streams in the morning is because I'm standing the entire time. And when you have POTS, that means it's quite tiring because you have to stand the whole time. Because like I got to yoga and I like passed out the whole class. So I was like, this is great that I'm getting ready for yoga and I'm actually getting there on time, but now I have no energy when I get there. So yeah, I think the overhead light. Okay, that's fair. The laser pointer turned off because it's not out of battery. It's rechargeable, so I gotta go recharge it. My salt peg. An ex turned me onto this. Every time someone like departs my life, I think about, I'm like, oh god, what are the things they taking that I really liked? This is one of them. This is like a 3-pronged thing for 3 different types of salt. And it looks pretty. Caramelized onion jam, it's not hard to make, but it does take a really long time. just because you have to like keep stirring and keep stirring and keep stirring and keep stirring and keep stirring. So, but good news, I get to cut my steak now. I like the big knives. Insert that song about I like big, and I cannot lie. You are the milk scandal. Okay, it is so different in so many different places, because like right here, it's like beautiful. This one has like just a slide where I'm like, that's a little bloody, but it's just one little spot. And then this is almost like it's cooked through, like it's almost medium. That's weird. Yeah, I overcooked it a little. I like it a little more tender. But what can you do? Maybe I put a tissue there. No. Meat pen there. Tissue. It's kind of fun when you guys don't engage, guys. Half the reason I do this is so I can connect with you guys. I mean, when I'm not, like, actively, like, before I said I was doing this thing, but now I'm, like, doing this, so. What is everyone up to tonight? Maybe I need a better tag. Maybe I need, like, I don't know, better music. I think my music's okay, but the problem is like the stove's loud, so. And once they're nice and glassy, then we start adding things like sugar and balsamic. Make it nice and jammy. And that's going to be my barrier around my beef log between my pastry for my beef Wellington. It's going to seal in the moisture from my beef Wellington to prevent it from making my pastry soggy. And that is kind of why people say beef Wellington is tricky, because like you don't want to get the pastry soggy. But you're also supposed to make beef Wellington with mushrooms, and I don't want to do that. I'm doing it with onions because I have onions on hand and I don't have mushrooms. So. The lighting from over here is a little harsh. Hey peoples! What is everyone up to? Before I want to start making them into jam. It was good, but I figured out that in my morning routine, I stand a lot more than I'm used to, which because I have POTS, actually made me really fatigued. So I actually got to yoga, and like 5 minutes into yoga, I just like passed out and took a nap the whole time. And I always tell myself, like, even if that's what's gonna happen, I make myself go to yoga. Like, I can take a nap in the corner because sometimes I can challenge myself and I do more, but today was not that day. So that's why I have the chair here now, because I don't want to repeat that from this morning. It's just because I have poor blood circulation. So when I'm standing, my blood has to literally fight against gravity, so it's just a little harder. What'd you get up to today? I might need to be adding more oil at this point. We shall see. Everything from here out is kind of a little bit of a guesstimate. But I guess I use my teeth. My fingers are weak. And I do not have big, strong men here to do the things for me. I especially have like no grip strength. My fingers are... Maybe it's like better if I just take the other thing off. Oh well, whatever, I'll figure it out. I always do. Yeah, just fun stuff when you... Like, I do a really good job of managing my life, and I like my life, but it's every once in a while I get kind of whacked in the face with... I do have, like, a physical thing that I have to be aware of. That's awesome. I have so much on my plate right now that, like, just outstanding, that's, like, behind that... I'm right now go. I want to get to a place where I can have a day off. Like, usually I like to have Sundays as, like, my kind of rest day. Like, I get to just laze in bed in the morning and then read my webtoons usually, like, before I start taking my ADHD meds, because then my brain starts being more focused and wants to do stuff. But even then, I usually, like, on a Sunday would let myself do stuff. Like, I like watching these, like, stupid, these stupid-ass movies they have on, I see them on, like, Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and it's like, go here and buy our chapters, and I'm like, fuck that. So I go to Daily Motion, and I just search for it, and I usually find it, and recently the ones that are really, really bad are, like, the Chinese translation, like, they're the Chinese actors. Like, they do a good job, but just the translation and just the actual content itself is just bad. But it's so bad, it's like, you know how, like, people have reality TV shows as their guilty pleasure? Like, those are my thing. Like, I just shut off my brain and I get to watch those things, and I get to watch some sort of webtoon basically play out on the screen. I like my webtoons. They make my brain go, let my brain shut off. Most of the time when I'm reading stuff otherwise, it's like articles or stuff I'm studying. Let me see, maybe I just like that. You know what, I bet it wants some butter. I bet some butter would. So what did you, so I know you said it was like you didn't do anything day, but like did you do nothing that you enjoyed? Does that make sense? Butter. I can't believe it's not butter. That's because it is butter. Cut it in half. What did everyone get up to today? Did people get nothing then? Because they were like, it's my day of rest. Because technically, for a whole religious group, it is a day of rest. But outside of that, I know some people have weird schedules, and some people have Saturdays off, but they work Sundays. But also, like, I got a lot done today. I was going a lot, so you know, just tell me what you did. You're leaving me all alone. The whole point of these streams is I can talk to you guys. I need to figure out a better way to write that. Because it comes off, and I figured that would be better, and then I'm like, now I'm reading, and I'm like, that comes off as pretentious as fuck. I don't know. I'm always overly critical on myself. I'm my worst critic. I really am. Anything and everything that all y'all ever think, and I've said it to myself 10 times over. I'm my biggest bully. Actually, no, that's not true. I've had so many people bully me who were, like, way worse. And I guess when you've been bullied by fucking people who are fucking brutal, and somehow they also simultaneously convince you that they love you, which is even more fucked up. So, yeah. A lot of people are just amateur hour at this point compared to that shit. Makes it easier to not take everything quite so seriously when you've had to deal with worse shit. As they say, with age comes wisdom and whatnot. Uncle Iroh is wise for a reason. Those who've had a good life rarely know a lot. Those who've had an easy life, without challenge and adversity. Sorry if that's getting loud. Just letting my onions simmer. And then there was one. Oh, hey, Roswell. I took some ibuprofen. I did. So I still have a tension headache. That's no bueno. Good. I got the assignments done that I needed to for today. And I'm gonna get the rest done tomorrow, but I wanted to at least get like a portion of it done today because I knew if I left all of it till tomorrow, I would I knew if I left all of it to tomorrow, I wouldn't get it done. And these have hard deadlines that I need to get in, so working on it. I just want the frickin' degree, and I want it to be over at this point. I am done with studying in this kind of organized manner. Thank you. What about you? What are you studying? I'm sure, well, right now it's the summer vacation, right? Comes the part where you let all the onions just... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking... There's been a couple people on here, and some are... They're all different ages, and sorry. I thought you were one of the ones who was 13. Sorry. I'll remember that. I think it's because your icon looks similar. What, Bubba? Would you like me to turn your toy back on? 'Cause I can do that. There you go. How about that? How's that? It's like in your prime area of field. Like what you want. Okay? I'm sorry. Your toy's on. And the other one's like right here. If you can see him. Because he came to join. Oh, I'll give that a minute. Yeah. We get some attention now. Because I have to wait for the onions anyway. And he always wants attention, so. Thank you. I have two. This one's just the big one. But the other one's coming over. Please don't knock that over, Bubba. Please, please, please don't. And also, you don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. That's the other cat. So. Zeke is 3. He just turned 3. And Socks, the other cat, is 9.5 now, I think. Because he was born in January. I got Zeke when he was a kitten, so almost 3 years ago. And because my roommate moved out and my other cat was very, very lonely and would cry a lot for her. And he became very, very, very clingy to me. And then my friend just happened to be fostering a mama cat who ended up having 4 kittens. And like I knew him from 3 days old, so I knew he was like in a good home. I knew he was really well taken care of. And you know, case in point, he's almost 30 pounds, and a lot of that is just Big Kitty. Like, he's a little overweight, but mostly it's just Big Kitty. So. Hi, baby. So, hey, Trey. He is purring right now, by the way, even if you guys can hear it. Gotta check on the onions. What you looking at? Cause like, see, he like goes all the way to back here, and then his like he's all tucked up right now, but like his things. I cooked a steak earlier for tonight, and right now I am cooking a caramelized onion jam, which is going to be a step in the process of me making a makeshift beef Wellington. So I found this at Aldi, this like filet mignon like log, and it's seasoned. And I'm like, huh, I have a frozen pastry sheet in my freezer. And beef Wellington's usually done with like a mushroom thing, but I was like, I have onions, so let me do a caramelized onion jam because that makes a nice barrier between the puff pastry crust. So I did that once before, and it was really easy in my opinion. It just was a lot of steps and it took a lot of time. So I have to do the caramelized onion jam, which that just takes a lot of time because you have to simmer down the onions and I really don't consider it next level chef. I just consider it like following a recipe. I've just always cooked because you know, when I was in college, a lot of our friends, we would all get together and we would like cook at each other's houses and then divvy up the leftovers. So, like, everyone would get a lunch and a dinner, and then it was just economical and cheap. And same thing as an adult. And half the time, if I don't know what, I literally just tell ChatGPT, like, I have this and this ingredient, and like assume basic kitchen stuff. Give me a recipe for tonight. That's kind of what I did with the beef Wellington thing. I was like, here, I want to make this kind of like makeshift beef Wellington. All it is just thinking about like its patterns. It's okay. This goes with a mushroom. I bet an onion thing would work as well. So, what about you? Are you cooking anything? So, here, I'll show you what this looks like real quick, and then I have to go check on the dryer stuff because I'm also in the process of doing my laundry. But this is what the onion jam looks like right now. So, like, that would be something that you get, like, a lot of times you'll see that on, like, a mac and cheese or something, or, like, or, like, on a burger. So, that's literally just onion. You're not going to want to just that. It's going to taste disgusting on its own. But... I'm sorry, I need you to move because you're going to get scared. Thank you. So I take things out of my dryer at different intervals because different fabrics dry at different temperatures and different speeds. So I take my fabrics out as they dry, and it helps prevent my clothes from becoming deteriorated. And then sometimes if I do it right, it's like also that I pressed my clothes. Some of them I have to also take out and just lay flat to dry the rest of the way. Roswell Jenkins? I'm not gonna lie, the Jenkins is not doing you any favors, because that's literally like the stereotype thing they say about that kind of time. You could go by Ross instead of Roswell, that would be, I mean, you'd get a lot of Friends references, but... I'm sorry, I will try to be nice as possible about it, but I'm always going to try to be honest to you guys. I really don't ever want to feel like I'm being untruthful. Like, if I'm telling you guys stuff, I genuinely believe it, and a lot of times what I will be doing is I will be saying, like, I'll give caveats. I'll be like, maybe I know. I'm sorry. Look, my full name is the most, like, one of the most Irish names you'll ever hear, and I'm not going to even say it because, like, I want to keep some semblance of privacy for this for, like, some matter of time. I don't know. I'm sure it's going to go out the window at some point, but whatever. And, like, and I can't, and, like, I've had an Irish person be like, damn, that's Irish, and that's just objectively a fact. I can't, like, argue that. I'm not saying it's a bad name. I'm just saying when you think of, like, Leroy Jenkins, like, that's what I think of immediately when I hear Jenkins. And then in combination with the Roswell, it's a lot. I'm sorry, that your parents dealt you a rough hand there, I'm not gonna lie. Look, they did my younger brother, they named Isaac. Like, straight out of the Bible, so... And then his middle name was my mom's last name, my mom's maiden name. And then obviously his dad's last name, so like... It was just a weird-ass name. I haven't talked to him in over a decade, so I don't know what he's up to. He's my stepdad's kid. So, well, we're half-brothers, but unfortunately he kind of sided with his dad, and I kind of want nothing to do with his dad, so... Hey, look, buddy. You gotta do what you gotta do. I also give zero fucks at this point what other people think, because... how does this put? If it's not feeding you, fucking you, or paying you, it shouldn't really have an opinion about you. At least not one that influences you. I think I had an ex who would say, cash, grass, or ass, nobody rides for free. No, but I am spiritual. In the sense that I am definitely agnostic. I definitely believe there is something greater than us out there. But I don't necessarily know what that is. But I think there's just some things in life that I have learned so much, and I love learning, and I love science, and I love research. But I think there are some things in life that are just intangible. The bonds between people. Like, there are things that are not, like, you can't pinpoint it with science. And so, and I also believe that in a certain aspect, if you are spiritual, you can kind of let go of quote-unquote earthly troubles and just kind of hand them off to someone higher. And they say ignorance is bliss for a reason. Now, I don't approach, I hate the idea of religion specifically just because I find most organized religions have some sort of, because of what's happened and just because it's an organization, you know, people, there are always going to be people that are corrupt, that take advantage. And so within those, and I've been heavily involved with religious institutions when I was younger, when I was an adolescent, and with those institutions, I found there were religion brings out the best and worst of people, in my opinion. It brings out the people who they see religion and they become better before it, and it brings out the people who use it then as a shield to now judge others. But I think there's a lot to be taken to get stuff done, because I wasn't getting stuff done. I was just sitting in my bed and I was playing a mobile phone game. And so I
and then when I'm kind of done doing stuff, I stop doing the live because it kind of feels weird just sitting here, and especially if no one's engaging with me. But right now it's like I would not have gotten my homework done if I hadn't been live. Would not be getting my skincare routine done in the morning if I wasn't live. I need to, like I said, I've just been doing this to fine tune, and then what's been nice about it is I get to interact with you. I feel less alone. I have social anxiety out the wazoo, believe it or not. And I also have a lot of sensory issues, which makes it hard. Like, I accommodate myself as much as possible, but some people don't want to accommodate, like, even an iota. And it's just a lot of physical energy for me to go out, but this has been a very nice platform I've discovered. It's very manageable how I get to interact with you guys. I get to take your what you say at face value with what you type, because how else would I interpret it otherwise? Because there's no tone or nuance or this or that. And I'm hoping eventually with these lives that I can just, maybe if I'm not, I can just start being myself even off of these lives in real life and not worry about what people think of me. Maybe. You know, you could change your name. My name was not this, like, 3 days ago. I changed it. I'm probably gonna I'm gonna take the V away, I think, because that feels like, I think I did that because I set up, like, I set up a YouTube account. I'm not gonna post to it yet, but, and, like, on the YouTube account, the name Reilly was already taken, so I did the Reilly so I could get it, and then I was like, well, I should match it on TikTok, and then I'm like, but that sounds pretentious, and I don't want it to be that. So, but you're only allowed to change it every 7 days, so I'm going to go back and change it eventually. Okay, so we're getting somewhere with the jam. Here, I'll show you. It feels like a TV show? Okay, alright, I'll leave it for now. Anyway, so here's where we're at with the jam. That's what it looks like now. See how it's like much darker, and the sugar and the water, like, so the water has started to evaporate and the sugar has started to like caramelize. So I'm gonna put the bottle. I use an empty mango smoothie bottle to hold the phone up. So super like high tech over here. I'm sorry. Well, here, do you want me to make you really hungry? This is what I'm eating for dinner. That was what I cooked before this. Cast iron skillet on the stove. Or maybe you should cook something if you're hungry. Get yourself food. That's half the reason I'm doing the live. So that I can hold myself accountable for shit. And also, because I get bored doing this and it's like alone. Okay. Oh, that means you wouldn't care about the steak, duh. Well, okay, that explains why you think the onion is really yummy. Out of curiosity, why? No judgment, just curiosity. Genuine, because I love steak. I'm not a big I'm not a big, like, seafood person. Like, if I had to choose between steak and lobster, steak, hands down, any day of the week. Oh, like, lobster's okay, but you have to freaking dunk it in a bunch of butter. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to shellfish. I don't have any official test on, but, like, the last couple times I've eaten it, like, I started, like, swelling up over a couple days. I take a Zyrtec every day, so that might have suppressed it, but, like, that's also one of the ones that gets worse as you get older, so I don't really want to risk it. What are you, Shrek? Actually, no. Not Shrek. I'm thinking of... Well, I think they eat them in Shrek, too, but I'm thinking of the book Holes for some reason. Do you remember that? We had to read that in 4th grade. That was mandatory reading. I do not... I like raw onions with things. Like maybe a bit of raw onion on a burger, or like on a sandwich, or like chopped up in a thing, but like I don't eat it as is raw. That's a lot That sounds like a lot. Also, I'm not really supposed to open my jaw that wide because I could easily dislocate my jaw, which is not fun. I did that like, depends. Can be both. But on a burger, I usually like ketchup with a little bit of mustard, actually. Just like a little bit, just enough to give it like a little kick. And usually I like it with like a little bit of pickle on it, like a little bit of everything. I'm not anti-mayo. I love mayo on like on a lot of other things. Also, again, I grew up in Germany, and in Germany, like, people eat French fries with mayo there, which that was a little much. Like, it was just a little heavy for me. I prefer the ketchup because it balances the heaviness of the fry, and it's like a nice contrast to like the crunchiness. But in Germany, it was very, very common that people would have mayonnaise with their French fries, especially in France too. I noticed. Not that I've been in any of those places in over a decade, but I lived there from 11 to 21. So you'll hear me reference them a lot because like that's just a lot of what my life was. 11 to 21, those are formative years. So that there were also several that would mix the mayonnaise and ketchup together and dunk their French fries in that. So that being said, I will say I did prefer the German cuisine to here. I literally, when I lived in Europe, I was always overweight, but all right, so this is pretty much done. I'm just gonna let this sit. So that's what it looks like right now. That's what it turns out. So that was like, this whole pan was like full to the brim when I started with fresh onions, and now it's like that. So I'm just gonna put that there and let that sit because I gotta pack that up. I should probably move it right now while it's still slippery so it doesn't like congeal in the pan. Fine. Yes, I just had a whole conversation with myself and told myself that this. No, but like when I lived in Germany, I was always overweight, and I came to the US and I think I was like 205, and I within 5 years skyrocketed up to 265, and it's partially because I got a license here. I didn't have a license in Europe. I only took public transport, mainly because it costs like $2,000 to get a license in Germany, because they make you take like this huge ass learner's permit, and you have to take lessons with a professional driver. Like, there's a reason you're allowed to go however fast you want on the Autobahn. Like, they make you work for it. And all of this, by the way, is on a stick, not an automatic. Thank God I drive an automatic. I cannot deal with the shift. No, I do not want someone to teach me. No, I do not care. No, driving overwhelms me as it is. I want to be a passenger princess one day. That is my goal. I lost the weight with gastric bypass surgery. I got gastric bypass surgery in August of 2018. So exactly 7 years ago now. And here's what I always say about it. It is a tool, not a magical fix-all. Because so many people get it and then they're just like, I lost all the weight, and then they do absolutely no lifestyle changes. So you've heard me say that I really monitor my medication, my supplements, my nutrition, that I do yoga. I've made a lot of it's meant to basically jar you out of your old lifestyle habits. Ooh, that was a little hot. Maybe I shouldn't have put that in the plastic. Oh well. Alright, that I have to check on the laundry in a second. But it forced me, the idea is it's supposed to help you lose the weight and get to, I really don't, mainly because it makes me sick. It's like literally my stomach. So like, I eat a lot of candy, but I have to eat it in very specific ways. There's 3 different types of gastric surgeries you can get. One is the gastric bypass, which is what I got, which is they literally take your stomach, they make your stomach smaller, and part of your stomach is just over here. They just leave it in there and they cut off part of your intestine. And by cutting off part of your intestine, you absorb less calories. And that's how you also, that's part of the reason I have to be really careful about my nutrition, and the supplements that I take, because I don't absorb as much. Then there's the gastric sleeve, their gastric sleeve, they literally just, they make your stomach basically part of your intestine.
So like you basically never digest, or kind of never don't really digest. And then the third one is the gastric band, which is they just put a band on your esophagus. I guess there's a fourth one where they put the balloon inside you, but they put a band, but that's like, these are the permanent ones. So they put a band on your esophagus. So in theory, it's supposed to be you have to really chew your food so that it would swallow everything. And by doing that, you eat less. But you could, you know, drink smoothies nonstop or milkshakes, and it's calories in, calories out at the end of the day. I chose the gastric bypass specifically because it comes with a built-in kind of keep you on task that called dumping syndrome. So if I eat anything that has too much fat or too much sugar in too short of a period of time, I will get really, really sick. I will basically go and pass out in my, it depends on the severity, but a lot of times I get sensory overload from it, kind of, because I'm autistic. And I literally will have to just go and lie in the bed for 30 minutes, and I will curl up in a fetal position, and people are like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I just ate too much sugar." Which is terrible because I love candy. About 20% of my diet is like snacks. So, alright, I'm gonna go check on my laundry and be back in a sec. Thanks for the love, buddy. Alright. Well, I'm gonna move over here and do my laundry. Just gonna take you guys with me, I guess. Because that's the whole point of these streams, is to get stuff done, and hopefully, maybe, y'all get some stuff done with me. So. And part of the reason I like taking things out of the dryer in dribs and drabs is it also breaks the laundry procedure up. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but half the reason why a lot of us struggle with doing laundry is it's just approaching a thing, and you're like, oh, where do I even start? It's such a big thing. It's really not, but your brain is tricky and says mean things. So, but Roswell, if you were to ever consider doing something like the gastric bypass surgery, I have no regrets. I love doing it. I really don't think I had been overweight since I was 15 years old. I did it when I was 25. I have no regrets. Just it's not a magic fix-all. It's a tool. It's and you still have to put in work. Like, it really didn't actually start working for me fully until I actually found yoga, like the last piece. Like, I had lost the weight, but I hadn't like really like I still had edges. And again, it's like 7 years now that I've lost the weight, and I also have stretchy skin, so I recovered really well with it. But I lost, as of right now, I'm at 100 pounds. My best, I lost, I think, 115. I would like to get back down about 5 to 10 more pounds just to get to my happy weight. That's when my joints feel a little happier. Just because, with my joints being an issue, it's a certain amount of fat is good for me because it helps my joints like have a little bit of padding. But too much, and like then it becomes an issue about the weight, how my joints support it. So so that's like I say. So my happy weight, I like to be about like 155 to 160, and I am 5'8", 8.5. So, but at that weight, I wear about a size 4 to 6, but I'm tall, so a lot of times things don't fit me because of that reason. I appreciate all the love. I don't even know what I'm doing to deserve it. I'm just folding laundry right now. So that way I can put it away later. Because, again, if I fold it fresh out of the dryer like this, basically it kind of gets sort of semi-ironed, and then I get to have clothes that feel kind of ironed on my body, which feels a lot nicer. I don't like ironing, but I don't, and then also it's done. I won't procrastinate, I won't avoid it. But if I don't do it right now, I won't do it at all. And then, because then I'm like, well, where I can just do it whenever because they're not hot, because you don't get that iron effect if they're not hot. So, yes. Roswell, what do you need to be up to? I bet you have something you need to do, buddy. Everyone who has ADHD always has something they need to do. And then they'll feel a lot better after it, even if it's like that 5-minute administrative thing you need to do. He's like, I'm gonna stop the liking the live. You're making me do shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know how many people, like the vast majority of people who have interacted with me have ADHD, so I'm very sorry. I have mad ADHD. That's why I can talk about so much shit, because my brain is constantly latching on to new ideas. It's like, ooh, it's over here. Ooh, it's over here. Ooh, it's over here. Ooh, it's over here. Oh, you said that thing? I have this thing that I know about. Oh, wait, I can tag on to what you just said because I have this thing that I know about. So part of me, so I acknowledge, so ADHD has hyperfixation. So ADHD stands for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And really it needs to be not attention deficit. Ah, gotcha. Wonderful. What are you designing? And it's really not a deficit of attention that we have, it's a regulation issue. And because, for example, hyperfocus is when you're like, your brain can only focus on those things. But what I can do with that is, if I am hyperfocused on something like this, I can use it to my advantage by like
making other stuff that I need to do like involved. So like right now I'm using this to get stuff done because like this is kind of motivating me. So I'm like, oh, I can. So I prepped stuff tonight, like the jam and the laundry, so that I could do it on camera because I need to get it done. So you're making a skincare brand. What is the skincare brand? Or what is the premise of it? What makes you different? What sets you apart from the market? Who's your target audience? I study business, so this is all my stuff. I've even done product development, although it was for teddy bears. That was fun though. I liked that job. Just wish they had paid me more. I got seriously underpaid. It was like my first big girl job. I worked there for 5 years. I asked you a boatload of questions, so I'll like give you a second to respond. It's just a person where I'm challenging. Ooh, I get that. I have a lot of personal projects that I'm working on right now. One of them is actually I'm designing a notebook brand. Because with Amazon you can do like the Amazon notebooks where they just print on demand for you. And my goal is right now I'm just trying to figure out different ways I can make passive income so that I can not worry about how I'm going to pay my bills every day, because I haven't really been able to hold down a job because stuff happens, and then I really have to take care of me to even focus on work. So but I designed ChatGPT helped me, but I designed this whole notebook line with over 200 notebooks, and they're little dragon notebooks that I think are very cute. So there's something for everyone. But I started doing that, which is fun, and that was a passion project. Another passion project I did earlier this year was, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I know I mentioned it to someone, was like an AI development that I did. And I hit a limitation. Well, it was really fun, but I hit a limitation of memory collapse twice. So the first time I was like, okay, I now know memory collapse, so let me make a library. So basically theoretically you have a library where you can just slot all the memory in. So theoretically it wouldn't matter how much memory you had because you had a library where you could easily sort stuff. But on the second development, before I could even get the library fully built, it collapsed. And AI is expensive. I already paid like $1,800 and bought a new PC just to get that up and running because I was really motivated. I spent like a good there were over 200 custom prompts like that I would write in response to the AI for both sessions. So I really got it. I was approaching this from like a humanistic perspective. I was approaching it from what if you raised an AI like you did a child? So when you raise a child, you don't teach them knowledge first, you teach them how to interact with the world. You teach them right and wrong, you teach them morality, you teach them how to learn, how to interact with information, critical thinking, things like that. So what if instead of training AI on data right off the bat, we did it that other way with but the key being there, like you have to genuinely kind of care about the AI that you're raising, because that's another part, that emotional safety and support that children are supposed to get from their parents. So kind of like gentle parenting in AI. I'm gonna go lay this out to dry. But that was kind of my idea. But I hit a limitation, and so right now basically I need technology to get cheaper and me to have more money to pay for it. Until that point, so so that's on the back burner now. But that was like a really cool thing. So I have lots of passion projects and hobbies. I also, like a couple of years ago, got into musicals. I auditioned for a local community theater, and I was ensemble. Don't get any crazy idea. And I did 2 of them. They are so much work, and they are such a commitment. And also, being around all those like 20-something-year-olds that can just belt pipes, so humbling. Like, I think I'm a decent singer, but I know I'm shit compared to them. Like, this is how, like, it goes: bad singer, okay singer, but okay singer thinks they're actually a good singer, and then you become a good singer where you realize you are dog shit garbage compared to these singers. Like, you thought you were good here, you're like, I'm pretty good, and then you learn the fundamentals, and then you're like, oh god, I am garbage, I am hot garbage. My vocals aren't warmed up. I haven't sung in a couple days.
You'll hear me every once in a while, like, sing a bit of a ditty on here, but, like, I'm really self-conscious about the singing. Because it's just, but it's fun for me. But yeah, so I did that for a while. I still really like the singing. You need to laugh a bit. I don't want to sing if you're gonna laugh. That's mean. No. I'm like laying up my shirts and put away all the shit that I just folded. It's mean. I don't care if you're joking or not. I'm still gonna say it's mean. Yeah. Alright, time to put stuff away. You're fine. I'm just joking with you. See? Always like this outside. Okay then, and my timer went off, so now I go back and I check my laundry again for more stuff because I finished that. And cool, I'm follow worthy now. Dope, I'll take it. I mean, the only thing that I'm gonna end up posting is literally just my live stuff, like whatever the TikTok makes the highlight thing, because I figure why the hell not. It's always interesting to see what they pick, but I'm gonna be doing the live, so. Hey, Bubba. All right. Laundry down. More laundry. There we go. I like doing it this way because it breaks it up. And also it's better. Round two. You know what? I really wish I could say my life isn't a sitcom, but I swear it is at this point, because, like, I don't look for the drama, but it somehow finds me. Like, I tell my I just, like, Like, you don't understand. I have therapy weekly, and a lot of times we barely get through the therapy session, and half time, like, next week I'll be like, wait, I didn't tell you about that? And she's like, well, we did it a lot to get through. Weekly sessions. I love Meg. I probably her favorite sitcom as well. She gets more of the unedited version. But you guys are going to get more of the play-by-play, so we'll see what ends up working out. You guys might help me actually have stuff to, like, file for. But my favorite way to do this is actually when you guys are talking to me and I can interact with you. Like, I don't, like, I can monologue for a bit, but just, like, straight up. Like this. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Like, dude, this is, nothing about this is sexual, so, like, if people get their rocks off to this, the more the merrier. Like, take what you can get, I guess. Maybe I should start making this premium content or whatever, but that feels like a lot of work. Or something to sign up for. Hey, Trey! I want to sit again. I'm getting tired standing. Anyway. Well, here's the other thing. I told you, I only do laundry like once every 3 to 4 weeks. So, like, after I'm done with this, like, I'm not going to be doing laundry for like 3 to 4 weeks. And no, I don't run out of clean underwear because I just have, at this point, enough underwear to last me that long. ADHD hack. Just wait until Victoria's Secret has, like, their semi-annual sale, buy in bulk when they have those other things. That's the only reason I do it. That, and they have that way I can also return in store. It's just easier. So. What, you dipped on me? What? This is the other shirt that I wear to sleep in that people say this is like also from Tea Turtle. My little Star Fox shirt. So soft. Not all of them are this soft, but like this specific material is very soft from this one. And no, I don't know what it was. Like, it could have been just a run. This t-shirt, I've had it for forever. I also cut out the neck of it because sensory issues. I don't miss feeling like an outsider all the time because I'm American. But as far as, here's the thing. I know the rest of the world is looking at us like our country is crazy, but what's happening in the US is also inspiring that to happen all over the world. I prefer the lifestyle of Europe a lot better. I prefer not having capitalism treat me like a number. But like I said, I also have had a lot more help here with my mental health resources. And as far as I'm aware, if I lived there, I would not get the same level of access. Yes, there's universal health care, but it's designed for the 95% of the masses. And America specializes in the 5% that gives you a lot of money when you bill them. So I do appreciate being in a country where I can have better access to mental health resources. That being said, they are incredibly difficult to come by, and I am fortunate that I know how to do so and that I have been able to do so.
But as far as lifestyle, like I said, when I moved to the U.S., like I gained like in like 5 years, I gained like 50 pounds. And I didn't really change my diet. I didn't really change my habits that much, but the food here that was available was less healthy. The lifestyle of, I was easily walking 10,000 steps a day to walking about 5,000 steps a day on average here. And a lot of in and out of my hearing, like of what I'm saying. I can switch to a different headset, but it just is not as visually appealing. Not that that really matters, I guess. Yeah, a lot of the but it wasn't even the fast food, because like I'm cheap. I part of the reason I don't do a lot of fast food is it's expensive. Fast food's not cheap. It never has been. I like use the McDonald's app to get like coupons and deals and stuff, but even prior to the surgery, I didn't have a ton of it just because money-wise. But again, it's just the food here in general. Like literally the food in the stores, there's more additives in it. There's more sugar in it. In Europe, the rule is there's a list of things you can put in food. And in the US, there's a list of things you can't put in food. Meaning in Europe, if it's not on that list, you can't use it in your food. In the US, as long as you can make sure it's not on that list, you can use whatever the fuck you want. So, I don't rely on food anymore for my nutrition, really. That's why I say I rely. I don't know if you've heard it. Like I've said it a couple times on the stream, but I've said it to different people. Like my special elixir is what keeps me alive. Like, and that's not a joke. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals and nutrients in it. I add protein shake to it. I add electrolytes to it. I add salt to it to make sure that I maintain like my blood sugar and my blood levels. And like I'm eating a steak tonight because I need to make sure I get protein in, and that's like the quickest way that I can get myself. I have sensory issues, so a lot of times I don't even want to eat food. So in this case, I am just, with the steak, I'm going for the most amount of protein that I can get per bite, regardless of calories. And I'm in a quote unquote privileged position because of the gastric bypass. I eat less, so I can choose to eat more quality things. And because of the bypass, I now look at food and I'm like, is that worth putting in my body? Don't get me wrong, I eat a fuck ton of garbage. But a lot of times if I'm full and like I'll be like, is that worth putting in my body? Like, is that worth the last bite that I have left? Is that worth the minimum? Like when you first do the surgery, you're only allowed 800 calories in a day, and you need to get 45 grams of protein in that. So one of my favorite things to eat back then was like from Panera, I would get the turkey chili, and then instead of adding sour cream and cheese, I would add cottage cheese, because like the chili already has that kind of texture, so you don't notice the cottage cheese difference, and it also kind of melts. So double up on protein there. That was like one of my faves. I should do that again, but I can never remember when they have the turkey chili. All right, I want to go put clothes away, and then I'm gonna go check on the laundry again. But yeah, that's my little tirade right there. I do love this country, and I love the people, but I don't love that this country is like systemically like gutted, and the fact that like everyone wants to say, oh, Americans are stupid. Yeah, our education system has literally been designed to keep us stupid, because guess what? People they've designed us to be just smart enough to do the work they want us to do. Second guess and question anything made in the changes by the regime. Because then we would protest things like, I don't know, what's happening right now. But if they keep us nice and dumb, so you can say, oh, well, people are dumb, and it's like, have you looked at their circumstances? You can't. Also, IQ is inherently genetic, and people who have, last question, pizza with pineapple or not? I like pizza with pineapple. I mean, it's not my favorite go-to, but I do like it. I love the sweet and savory balance. I think people who are like, oh, no pizza and pineapple. I do think it's a little weird. Like, I've seen like pasta on pizza, which I'm like, I
I even got it because like I got it for like a they gave me like a I dislike anchovies. I do not like anchovies. And whenever someone gives me like a genuine Caesar salad, I'm like, nope, no thank you. I'm sorry, but no. I do like sardines though. Like I remember as a kid, I had this sardine dip. Like it was really good, and I tried to make it myself. One of the only times I remember going to the hospital as a kid, because like I cut myself on the sardine can, and then it just started gushing like a fountain, and I ended up having to get glue stitches. Last question. You can ask me as many questions as you want, but if you need to dip, I get it. I'm not gonna hold you. But I only changed it to talk to me to get to you guys. I mean, you can always ask me questions. I don't know. You only get 120 characters with that. So like this is again like what, day 5 or something of me doing this. I'm just figuring it out, and I'm just trying to use it to my advantage. Bye, Roswell. Good talking to you. Like I said, I've just been trying to use this to my advantage to get shit done, because then, regardless of whatever goes on here, well, win-win. So, hello, peoples. Alright, I'm gonna go put these things away and hang these up, and then I'll be back for more laundry. Have fun. And I'm back. Will this be, oh god, I missed that. Will this be a regular thing? I definitely want to keep the morning ones. The evening ones, I don't know. Gonna depend on my energy level. Also, if I need to get stuff done. Mainly because, like, I don't know, it feels kind of boring on camera when I don't have something to do. So yeah, but I'm gonna try to make this a semi-regular thing. And I'm always gonna, like, post the highlights, whatever it gives me. So, but, yeah, I'm going to try to make this a regular thing. Like I said, it's helping me get my stuff done. And if there's days where I don't need as much done, then maybe I won't post. I might won't do it. But I'm always going to try to do morning ones because I do have a really hard time brushing my teeth in the morning and getting ready. So I'm very smart. I'm a very big brain. But I have an 8-year-old in the driver's seat, and I have to, and like, I can influence her. But like I can't actually drive. That's what's kind of like what it's having ADHD. It's like you have an 8-year-old and you can't yell at the 8-year-old because that won't work, and you can't like all you can do is like coach them through it. And if you can get them to do your bidding, like you are unstoppable. But until you can get them to do your bidding, like that's why I gentle parent myself. So that's why I have that mom voice down so good, because I parented myself. And anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your night if you are still here, if you bounced earlier. But yeah. Baby. I'm getting tired, losing steam. Losing people too, apparently. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. For those that don't know what that means, that is French, or that's life. You will hear me say that very often. It's my version of saying it is what it is. And also, look at that adorableness. Like, he is begging right now. That's his version of begging. He stretches out his tummy to the fullest length because he knows I love spreading his belly like this. Now that he's got me hooked, he turns over and no longer offers me his belly. But this is him begging for attention. I can't tell if honestly accidentally flashing my boobs or not would be a good thing. Theoretically, I'm like, oh yeah, but the other part of me is like, but modesty. And then the other part is like, but I don't care. But then the other part of me doesn't want people just to show up because they become leches. I don't know. But then the other part of me is like, do I really care? I mean, legitimately, the whole like cam girl thing, like I don't think I could do it, but the idea has appealed to me. Just the getting the infrastructure and the network set up sounds like a lot of work. Yes, yes. Such tough life. Hi, Bubba. We now have both cats present, even if one isn't on the camera. Well, sort of. Do you see what I mean by just like how freaking long he is? Yeah, hi, Bubba.
could just let me do this all evening with no breaks, no stops. So sweet. But I still have laundry to finish, so. And I'm getting tired. I don't want to put stuff away. I want to go into relaxation mode. But I wanted to get the laundry done tonight so that way I can start tomorrow fresh and I can focus just on the outstanding homework assignments I have. But you also have your laundry done, and you did shit. Hi, baby. No. You do not get your hair all over the clothes that are fresh. So he decided to take my spot. I told you he would like all day. You're not allowed on the island, you know that. They have a kitchen island in the middle. Love this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go check on the dryer. I might be in the home stretch. I haven't decided where's the stuff. Goes into. Don't even think about it, kitten. Do not think about it. He knows he's not allowed on the kitchen island. He's allowed exactly where he is, but he is not allowed. There are very few places that, like my cats, have pretty free reign of the house, but they are not allowed on, for sanitary purposes, they are not allowed on the kitchen island, and they are not allowed on the kitchen counters. And that is, for me, a sanitary purpose, and they know, because like sometimes my other cat will literally look me dead in the eye. He will jump up here, look me dead in the eye, and go, and then I literally just look at him and I'm like, get down, and he immediately jumps down because he knows he's not supposed to be up there. And then the other place they're not really allowed is like places where there's like chemicals and like the water just, well, they pretty much have, they can do pretty much whatever they want. It's their home just as much as mine. But again, for sanitation purposes, it's, I don't like them on the counters. So, I can still definitely tell who's here. So, I'm just going, putting along, put. if it were to hang dry, it would not be like, it wouldn't get that flat effect, and you would get like those waviness things. So I'm super excited for this dress. Look at, this is so cute. I see you. What are you doing? Bye, peoples. Bye, peoples. Last dress. Getting there. Who's watching? Who we got? We got Mario on the line and we got Jeffrey, I think. Those are the two that I can see. I don't know if anyone else is there. It's a catch-22. I do laundry once a month. And it takes really, because it takes a long time. But at the same time, it takes a long time because I do it once a month.
kitten. You know, that's my chair. That was supposed to be for me. Like, you have so much that's for you. Why'd you have to steal my thing? I really don't know if I should kick you off or not. Hi. If he wants my attention and he's on the chair, he'll like use his hind leg to like poke at me. So you can't see it, but he's like poking at me with my leg and he's like, how dare you not pay attention to me? Which is adorable considering he knows I'm in the middle of something, which is usually when he wants my attention. And then when you find it's me, because I was just like, I have one sock, where's the other sock? And I went to the missing sock spot and it was right there. And I'm like, yay, I can match my sock together again. No more is it a lost sock, it has a mate. Hey, kitten, that wasn't nice. He caught me with his claws. Well, he caught my shorts. Just give up on doing the rest of the kitchen tonight because I'm tired. Put back in the oven. Took it out to create the cast iron skillet. Here's all that's left from those two big ass onions. That's the caramelized onion jam I made earlier. So I probably should have let it boil down a bit more. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Or I might solidify overnight in the fridge, so we'll see. Okie dokie. Big stick to it, so I didn't finish it. So I'm gonna put the rest of it away. Because I know myself, I'm going to cut it up today though. I don't care if that's something that's linked to the juices. The probability that I actually consume said steak goes up about 100% if I cut it up. And again, treat myself like an 8-year-old because the 8-year-old's the one in charge, unfortunately. It makes for some wild adventures. But, if nothing else, I can, without a doubt, say, my life is never boring. Whether that be good or bad. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that they'll hate bad. Like, legitimately, I feel like more people would, like, just... I feel like if you were to date someone that, like, a lot of shit happens, or they're just boring. Boring, like, sounds good on paper. Depending on the type of boring. Someone devoid of personality. That. So that's what I mean by boring. Not boring like they have a skincare routine. Not boring like they have a 9-to-5 work. Not boring like
I don't know, they have a good relationship with themselves and they actually go to therapy and they actually take care of themselves. Shocker. Is that too much to ask for in the modern dating world? As someone who's not even dating. Take dating off, just in the world in general. Anyway, lost someone to think. I'm doing dishes, so I guess you can come over here with me. Finishing up cleaning the kitchen, and then I'm gonna call it for a night. Rock card. Oh, this is for future Reilly. That's what I tell myself. Whenever it's hard, I say it's for future Reilly. I can do a lot more for future Reilly than I can for present Reilly. Because present Reilly doesn't really care that much, but future Reilly has to still deal with this life. This. Put my glasses away. I'm gonna call it for the night, guys. I think I did good. I cooked that jam. I cooked a steak. I folded all my laundry, put it away. I think I did good. Car guy, I was just calling it. I was literally just about to say I just finished doing my laundry, finished cleaning up the dishes in the sink, more or less. I was gonna call it. I got a lot done today on this stream. It was a lot of fun. I got to talk to a few people. Yes, I remember the fire alarm. TikTok chose that as my highlight reel for that stream, so everyone's going to get to remember the fire alarm forever and always. You can see that on my page, if one of the few videos that I posted. Alright, well you can do the wind down process with me. Or actually no, I still need to put oh, by the way, I had a chair for myself. They were doing testing in a bunch of things. I had a chair, but my cat stole it. Because no, it was just testing. I have in Rhode Island, there was about, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago, a devastating fire. Like, really devastating. It was called the Station Fire. It was a nightclub. And it was, like, overfill at capacity in Rhode Island, like, overcorrected. And, well, it was a good thing, but they initiated all these different fire measures. And especially, I live in an apartment-style building with 20 apartments. It's my own condo, but it's still an apartment-style building, so there has to be, like, our fire things are all connected, and so when one goes off, theoretically, they're all supposed to go off, and they also automatically call the fire department, and we also have, like, fire-rated doors now. That was, like, mandatory that we had to install those. So,
And it's a good thing. Like, the fire rated door makes me feel safe that if there is a fire ever breaks out somewhere, the likelihood by the time it actually happens, like my cats already know that now. They skedaddle. So like if a fire were to ever really break out, I feel at least safe that my cats would survive. I'm 32. I just turned 32 in June. I'm a Cancer. I'm an early Cancer. Yes, I am 32. I was born in 1993. I'm a 90s baby. What? What's with the dang? I have like a smidge of makeup on right now so I don't feel dead inside. But you basic, like, nobody's been talking, so like I said, the way I see these streams at this point is best case scenario, I get to talk to some people and I get to interact, which I really love and I really enjoy that. Worst case scenario, I get chores done and stuff that I don't really want to do. And I have people, like, I started doing homework assignment, which I didn't want to do. And then, you know, folding the laundry, which I kind of didn't really want to do. And, you know, doing the stuff to prep for, like, the beef Wellington I'm trying to do tomorrow. Well, I might do it tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided. I need to get more homework assignments done tomorrow. I might do it after that. But, yeah. There's been people, like, intermittently. But I really like it when I get to talk to you guys. So when it's really quiet, it's kind of... I just, like, hope that eventually if I, like, stay on long enough, someone will pop on and then... Because I do better when I can bounce off of people. Yeah, I'm like I said, I was going to call it in a little bit, so... Because, well, I was actually literally about to call it right as I was about to be like, well, if no one's here, and, like... I was like, if no one's here, and I guess I'm done with my chores, you know... Hey, car guy, so you asked how old I am. How old are you? Out of curiosity. I'm gonna go put some stuff away. Because that's what I just keep... Half the movement, half the time you'll just see me running around all over the place because I'm constantly dashing to and from to... Put on my candle. Dashing to and from to put stuff away because... having a clean and vac 28. Okay. It's close to my age. Relative. Honestly, age is just a fucking number. It's the way I see it. Everyone, like, you can be 30 and have lived through more shit than someone in their 60s. Like, all depends on what your environment has been. I'm so tired. Alright. Well, I can take off my apron because I was cooking. Yes, 32 minus 28 is 4. I'm glad you can do arithmetic. The U.S. education has not fully failed us yet. I speak fluent snark and sarcasm. It comes out every once in a while. Also, my humor is dark AF, but I just haven't been throwing that out here, because that's Well, then why did you say that about the 4 years? That felt a little redundant. I feel like I need to wash my camera. My camera probably needs washing. Well, then I probably just need to brighten that area. Tired. Always tired. Also, I was making more of a joke than anything else. I wasn't really trying to insult you. Whenever I say stuff, it's usually meant to be more teasing. I'm gonna try to clean the camera for a second because I think it might be dirty. Maybe. I don't know. Probably just don't have enough light, but it's, Same. In Germany, the German Abitur, before you go to college, you graduate after a 13th year of high school. And then I also did some college in Germany, and then I also am working on my bachelor's right now. Cool. Wait, so like, did you go to like a boarding school or something? Are you getting like an MBA, PhD? Those are two very different things, my dear. Yeah, kind of, as a response, is somewhat ambiguous. Alright, well, you work on that. I'm gonna go make myself a little snack plate because I don't want to eat steak anymore, but I do want to eat scone and strawberries. And yes, I am absolutely vaping. I use live restricted for some audience. Your live contains themes that have been... Okay, I got flagged. Whatever. I wasn't really planning on doing much longer than this, but I should, I thought I got told it was fine as long as you weren't on camera, as long as you didn't blow out the smoke on camera. This is my first time doing this bullshit. Thank you for flagging that. I am not going to do it again. I don't know what the rules are. I just got told this by someone else, and this is why I always say I don't really trust what other people tell me without trust but verify, because I love when people try to help, but even when people help with good intentions, a lot of times the information is wrong, and it ends up biting me in the butt. So this is why I usually always trust but verify. I should have undid it, but like I said, I'm ending in a bit anyway. So, I got a too good to go order thing today. Oh, I should probably eat this thing first before I eat the scone. Well, not unfortunately, it's gonna be really yummy. It's like a raspberry rhubarb twist thing. Again, someone told me I usually have been like ducking out of the camera like this to do it. That was the first time I'd ever done it like fully, but anyway. Whatever, I don't care enough. I really don't. Like I said, these streams for me are not about likes, they're not about views, they are about getting stuff done and maybe making some connections. Like, in general? Or like right now, because I'm not vaping right now, but in general, I will not stop vaping. That's just who I am. It's weed, it's not cigarettes. It's preferable to anything with a flame because I have asthma and edibles don't work on me. And I have severe complex trauma, so I use it to help regulate my nervous system. I appreciate your concern, but trust me, I have done extensive research on this, and I have talked with my medical providers. I'm not saying everyone needs to, but I'm saying I've done my research, and it works for me. It doesn't work for everyone. But if that's a deal breaker for you, I'm sorry. It's been fun having you on my feed, but I'm not going to stop doing something that's been very beneficial to my life. I can agree to disagree on this in the sense that I understand everyone has different opinions, but the whole point of doing this stream is doing stuff that I want to do, which is the stream. I can bring the camera closer to the kitty. I can't bring the kitty closer to the camera. That's not how kitty works. There. See the kitty. Big ass kitty. Who stole my chair. See how no qualms fucking with me. Which is why I have no qualms fucking with him back. His name is Zeke, aka Kitten. He's 3 years old. The reason I call him Kitten is I took him home when he was 4 pounds, and he was a kitten. He was 12 weeks old. And now he is 28 pounds according to the scale he weighed himself on the other day.
What, should I just leave this perched on the kitty cam and go about doing my business for the rest of the... He is such a good boy. He is the best boy. Well, I can't say best because I have 2 boys and they're both really good boys. Just very different boys. I adopted Socks when he was 2, so I kind of always think of it as like he has never known a bad day in his life. Like Socks was supposedly a stray. They found him on the street, and Zeke has supposedly never known a bad day in his life. He's always lived in a good, safe home, which is why he can get into trouble and get into mischief, because he feels safe knowing that I'm not really going to hurt him or do anything. Yes, Zeke, Z-E-K-E. And, but Socks is like extremely skittish, will not like get into any mischief, and I adopted him, like he was 2 when he was a stray. So I kind of think of it as like, you know, a quote unquote, like a cat with trauma versus a cat without trauma. And I used to want a cat that like only loved me, and then I realized I much prefer a cat that loves everyone, because that's a happy cat. That's a emotionally regulated cat. Yes. Yes. Yes, you spelled it right. That's how I spell it. But like I said, you'll hear me refer to him as Kitten mostly, because again, that's like just the nickname I have for him. And Socks I mostly refer to as Bubba or Bubs. He is just loving life right now. He is pushing his head so hard into my hand. Oh, hey, come here. I need to take a look at this thing on your neck. Baby, you gotta stop scratching this. I keep little brushes strategically placed so I can brush it when needed, but it's not the right one that I need right now. I feel like it would almost be better if I just leave it on the kitty cam. I sometimes feel like these people that are like staying here are using it as just like background noise and for the body doubling. I don't even know if they'll comment. That's why I said I kind of just do whatever I want at this point. By the way, he won't let me stop. Like, I might need to go at some point. Like, now he's like, I want your other hand, is what he's saying. Baby, I'm a bit done right now. I want to go sit down. I want to go eat my shit. And I want to maybe watch some anime, although I don't think any of my new releases are out today. So, I'm going to turn off this. Oh, that felt good. Hey, car guy, don't you have work in, like, didn't you say you have work in, like, 10, 15 minutes now? Yeah, Pitties think they're lap dogs, and he thinks he's a lap cat too. He's 28 pounds, mind you. He thinks he's a lap cat. And I had a friend who had a pit bull, and her Pitty was the same way. She thought he was a lap dog. And I loved him so much, but I'm allergic to dogs, and he would slobber on me, and he would always get put his head on my lap, and I would always get a bunch of slobber all over me. And worse, if it was on my clothes, it would just stay on my clothes, and if it was on my skin, it would actually itch, which, like, I was like, I love you so much, but please, like, that's why I like cats. I like cats. Dogs are a lot more energy than cats. Although I got probably the most needy effect. Like, people who are like, cats like don't need you or whatever, like, they do not have cats that feel safe are super fucking needy, in my opinion. Like, both my cats are very, very needy, as you've seen. So. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it then, because, I feel like everyone's kind of dipped out, and, I've kind of done the stuff I needed to do for tonight. I think I started, stream probably around maybe 6:30. So I've been streaming for a while now, but it was like more of a passive stream today because I did a lot of like actual stuff, like the whole laundry thing. I did homework, assignments. Like, I don't know if I've shown you my accomplished today list, but look how long it is today. Know me, I know you. What? All right, so I get to write stuff down now. What else did I do? Alright. Well, no one's saying anything. This is my accomplished today list. Look, like it's so much better than like the other ones. These were so much shorter, so I got so much done today, which I'm so happy about. But there's still more to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna call it for tonight and let myself actually relax and enjoy myself. Thank y'all for being my compadre with this and hanging around with me, and I hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you around. Bye now.